Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the comedy extravaganza that is The Adventures of E. Strap yourselves in because in this podcast we dive into hilarious personal stories, mishaps, and everyday life. From the awkward encounters at the grocery store to trying to adult in a world that seems determined to trip us up at every turn. So whether you're listening during your commute or just kicking back with a cup of coffee, get ready to laugh until your sides hurt. Here's your host, Elissa.
Hello, friends, and welcome back. We're so glad to have you. It's a very exciting episode for us. Jason, do you want to tell everybody?
Welcome back. Yes, it is officially our 20th episode and our first full video episode.
It's pretty exciting for us.
It is very exciting. So I had to put some makeup on today, put on some shapewear, kind of look a little bit better.
That was me the other day. Anyway, we do have a very special guest with us, somebody everybody's been begging to have back.
Yes.
And that's my mom, a.k.a. Brenda, a.k.a. Brenda, you're a bitch.
Yes, I am. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
What?
Yeah, that's Brenda.
Right. So, all right. So, yeah, excited for the 20th episode. Excited for our first video episode. I think this is going to start growing and doing some cool stuff and doing some different things. So, yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, take it away, my dear.
So, Mom and I have been together almost all day.
Yeah.
And we have had an adventurous day.
Oh, have you now?
Yes.
All the adventures?
Yes.
All
We
the
were doing
adventures.
some self-care today.
Mm-hmm.
And I went upstairs to wait on my mom to get done
Mm-hmm.
and our friend. And I walked across the floor and I slid on a floor mat and almost fell and busted my ass. And I'm in a room like 3 floors up by myself. I'm like, nobody would hear me. So Mom and this friend was walking in, and before I could get it out, be careful, Mom hit it and was like, like she skittered across the floor like Merlin the Great.
Okay.
You know what? When he comes in with the sparkles,
Yeah.
that was her. And she did that the other day to me, too. So I got home from work, and I was literally standing at the edge of the counter. And she comes out of her room, flings open the door, stares at me, and then she goes, and literally I watched her go. She hopped across the floor, you guys. I don't know how. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like, I saw her toes come up and everything. And she goes, and I was like, you scared me more than I scared you.
I'm too old for this. You got to let me know where you are when you come home.
Well, but here, at the same time...
You're deaf too, Alma.
Yeah, it's been getting bad as of
Turn
late.
your pack
It's been getting
on.
bad as of late. So...
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I had to repeat myself at the store
5
like 5
times.
times the other day.
5 times. He told the whole thing, and you said, what was that about? And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we were walking through the antique place or whatever, and I was like, oh, this would be cool. You might like this in your room.
She goes, oh, my God, you guys, you see that? It's so cool. We're like, we know.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it, but where were you at?
Yeah.
Where do you go, Brenda?
I don't know. I go in my own mind.
In my own mind. Wow, them are some profound words.
Profound.
Profound words.
I have a whole playground in there. You just don't realize it.
I don't know if the word
I don't
playground
think
is the
you
right word.
realize it. That's the problem, Ma. I
Yeah.
don't think you realize it either.
It's a good time.
I mean, I'm going to have to take your word for it.
I mean, some people have to take medicine for
I'm
that
kind
kind
of
of good
scared,
time.
Well,
kind
I
of
do.
excited.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true. You do take medicine.
I
for
do.
that.
That's why I'm such a good time.
Yeah.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the core of our show today, mental health. No, just kidding. And the trends that you see in your family.
Well,
Live, laugh, Lexapro.
Or Prozac, whichever you
Live,
like.
laugh, Prozac. Like, I don't care what you live, laugh, love. I don't care. But let's all be honest. It's an antidepressant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even baddies get saddies. That's my new tagline. I'm killing it today.
Oh my god.
Nailed it.
Okay, yeah, that's a show title right there. Baddies get saddies.
Even baddies get saddies.
Yeah.
And when I get saddie, what does my husband do for me, Mom?
I don't know. I don't know if I even need to know. What does he do for you?
He takes me to the TJ the Maxx or the Hobby
That's
Lobby.
True. That's true.
Why did you have to make it weird?
No, you made it weird.
I don't know what he does.
I mean, a whole lot of nothing for a long time, but anyways.
We used to go on an adventure run when we lived in the other house.
Yes, we would go. We would go for donuts, and we would call it our adventure time.
Adventure time.
That would be
It's
like at
adventure
midnight.
time.
Remember when we used to do that at
Oh, yeah.
midnight?
We had so much fun though doing that.
Yeah.
And then COVID kind of ruined everything. Let's be honest.
Fucking COVID.
The
Damn
vid.
COVID.
The vid.
We had a blast though doing that.
Yeah, I can remember quite a few times, like going and getting, like, racing to Dairy Queen to try and get blizzards before they
Before they close.
Yeah,
We're
on
those
the opposite
people.
side of town. Yeah.
And they wouldn't turn them upside down because you could tell they were pissed off. They're like, I'm not turning.
Oh, yeah.
They just
Yeah.
hung
No.
them out, and we took them.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah, we'll eat it. It's fine.
So you remember the other day we were sitting there watching, I think we were watching a movie as a family. I can't remember.
Oh, that if?
Maybe that's what it was. But Mom goes, "Are you au fait?" You remember that? And you go, "Am I au fait?"
Oh, yeah. We were watching If, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "That's not what I meant. I meant okay." And we're like, "Are you having a stroke, ma'am?" And she was like, "I don't know."
Oh, Faye.
Au fait.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the word of the episode.
Au
Oh,
fait.
Faye. Oh, Faye.
She picks on me now. She picks on me.
Yeah, I can say behave.
Yeah, this is what she's been doing since that episode comes out. See, you be honest, you bare your soul, and then your mom comes out and makes fun of you like this. It's some bullshit.
Well, I have had to listen to you guys for years about potato.
Potato.
So,
Potato.
Potato.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
yeah, no, I'm not letting behave go for quite some time.
All right. I can get behind this. Like, I'm going to enjoy this, watching this.
She's been downright mean to me about it. She's like, "Well, I can say behave." And I said, "Okay, I can say potato."
So can I if I really
And she's
try.
like, and she storms off every time. I know. She's on one.
I have been. I've enjoyed myself lately.
And where do you think that's coming from?
Probably because I got my drugs refilled.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, and there we go. Live,
I mean,
laugh,
hey.
Lexapro.
Yeah, honesty is key. Yeah, we love honesty. Yeah.
You guys have said don't ever not take them again.
Yeah, no.
We had this conversation.
You are not allowed to lapse your medication.
Oh,
ever.
God.
Ever.
Alyssa had a long talk with me about that.
I had a long talk with you
You
about
both
it.
did
Yeah.
at different times. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The PSA today is don't stop taking your antipsychotic or antidepressants
Nope.
just because you feel better.
Nope.
Because that is literally the meds working,
Yeah.
folks.
It has had enough time to set in. You should probably continue.
Yeah, don't be like Brenda and just be like, "Oh, I'm not going to take it for a while. It's
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah, you know what she told me? She was like, "Ugh, I didn't refill it because it's so expensive." I'm like, "How much is all your medicine?" She's like, $100. I'm like,
No, it's 160 or something like that.
But it's
Oh.
also for 3 months.
yeah.
Yeah, it's for 3 months.
Right.
So it's not $100 a month.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I just think that I could do so much more with that money.
Like what?
I don't know,
That's
but
like
I could.
5 more-
Let's
that's
put it out. Let's
5
make some notes.
That's
What else could you do
5
with that money?
Carriage House margaritas.
Yeah, bingo. There I go.
She's got her priorities straight for sure.
I'll buy you the fucking margaritas. Like, Jesus.
Please take your crazy meds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we probably shouldn't mix the margaritas with the crazy
Oh,
meds.
that would be a good time.
Ooh,
You do it
might.
now.
Yeah, that is true.
I do. You're right.
Like, don't pretend like you don't.
I don't do that very often.
Just whenever we go out to dinner.
True story there.
I mean, at least she owns it, right?
Yeah, if I'm going to do something wrong, I'll tell you.
You don't have to fucking tell me.
Mm-mm.
I don't need to know. Actually, I'd rather not know. That way I can say, "I don't know, officer."
Yep.
And I'm telling the truth.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah,
Thank
don't
you very much.
There
don't,
you go.
don't tell me nothing. I would rather you not, actually.
Okay.
Do I look or act like my mom? Do you think?
On occasion. On occasion.
What does that even mean?
It's not an all the time thing. It's every once in a while you'll have like little tendencies or little like just idiosyncrasies that come out that are very similar to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then you're like, "Oof, that's what I get to look forward to."
He's like, oh, I'm so excited for her to get older.
And start sundowning. And
happy, joy, happy.
that's
happy,
the gift
joy,
that keeps
joy.
on giving the whole year.
Well, just look at it this way. Mac's going to live longer than me, so you're going
Oh
to have
my
that to
Oh
look
my
forward
gosh.
to.
At this rate, Mac's gonna fucking live longer than me.
That's true. And me, honestly. That dog survives on rocks and dirt.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know
Literally.
how he does it.
Yeah, me either.
And tennis ball fuzz.
Yeah.
Riddle me
Yes.
that.
Rubber.
Rubble.
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 Remember that one time it was storming really bad, and we went and got lash extensions, and we were in your little toaster, and it was storming. It was like 50-mile winds, and
50
I go,
mild. Mild? Were they mild winds?
Shut up,
50
Jason.
miles an hour. I got
50 mph, okay?
MPH, yeah.
And I looked at Mom and I go, it's a twister, it's a twister. She died laughing so hard. I'm pretty sure she peed herself.
I'm pretty sure I did too. It was so funny.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
I'm glad I wasn't there for that one.
It's a twister.
But we were blowing off the road.
We were, actually.
What were you guys driving?
Her old soul.
Oh,
Long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
A little fucking cardboard box on wheels. Yeah.
pretty much.
It's like a toaster oven. Meet. Just pull it back and let it go.
Yep.
It looked like an avocado on wheels.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it did.
I wanted to talk about something. Well, two things, actually. One is the other night I got sucked into the Antiques Roadshow. Don't judge me.
God, I haven't watched that in forever.
I love the jewelry ones.
Yeah. I think the
Like-
last time I watched it was when I was like living downstairs when I had COVID at like 2:00 in the morning and it came on.
I've actually just been watching it on like Facebook Reels
Oh.
or on TikTok. I think they have a whole. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
There is that, yeah.
I've been watching those and I get sucked into those, and so does Mom. Don't let her fool you.
They're on the BBC network.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to watch it. I do love that show, especially like the jewelry part.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know where my rich uncle that I've never heard of, that I didn't know existed.
Well, there was Bud and his brother.
Where's my expensive Tiffany lamp or my Cartier ring?
Yeah, I agree 100%. He needs to come forward like right now.
Right, meow.
Right? Meow.
Mom, is there a rich uncle out there I don't know about?
I wish there was, and I'd marry him. He'd have to be on your dad's side, though. So,
Just, that took a really deep turn, and I was not prepared. She wasn't ready.
That took a twister turn down to Kentucky right there. I was like, I'd marry that
That's
uncle.
a 5 high in the butthole.
Yeah. Woo.
Wow. Okay.
But it just had to be on George's side.
yeah, had to be on your dad's side.
Yeah.
There probably is. I mean, look at all them over there on that side.
Look at all them.
They all have money.
I'm just kidding. I don't really have a rich uncle. I just wish I did. But no, my other thing was is I saw this meme the other day and it said like kids of the 80s and 90s. Our parents just dropped us off at the skating rink with money.
Mm-hmm.
And mine did every
seen that.
Friday
Yep.
and Saturday night.
But you were safe. We thought you were safe. back then. Let me
I
say that
was.
differently.
I was. I
It
was
a very
lucky
different
enough.
time back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I was actually very safe. But I lived every Friday and Saturday night at that
Uh-huh.
skating rink for how many years?
Long time. I mean, you guys were the last generation that actually was safe.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You guys could go out, ride your bike, not be worried. You could stay out till dark. We'd leave the doors open or unlocked.
Yep.
It was not a big deal.
I read a thing the other day that really hit home about how we're the last generation where we knew what it was like to not have cell phones as kids, but then we
Right.
knew what it was too because we got them as teenagers.
Yeah, and we knew how to use them
Yes.
and what they were really for.
We're like that
Yeah.
last generation, like that gap,
Yeah.
I feel like. And that really was like, oh, yeah, we are. That's so weird to me.
Could you imagine being the last generation that used a rotary dial phone?
That was
is
me.
us.
Hmm?
That is us.
No.
The
Oh, that was you?
rotary.
That was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
When
was
did that
me.
switch?
Well, I'll tell you what really changed. Sorry, that was me, folks. I'll tell you what really changed life when it came out, and that was the answering machine.
Yeah.
And that was in my generation. That changed our lives completely because any of us that worked in odd jobs, like in restaurants, you could no longer plausibly say, I didn't know you needed my help. They left you a voicemail.
I didn't think
Yep.
about that.
And also the pagers. Remember the
Yep.
pagers?
Yep.
Then they came out with the pagers that they could actually text you what they needed.
Like
Yep.
a message, yeah.
You
Yep.
no longer could say, I wasn't home. I didn't know you needed my help.
Yeah.
It changed our lives completely, and not for the better.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, honestly. That never even crossed my mind.
Yeah, because like those types of pagers and things like that, they evolved before like a mobile phone. Like the mobile phones were evolving, but they evolved well before the full.
They were quicker than
They had
Yeah.
had bag phones,
Yep.
and then they had that looked like satellite phones nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had those. But honest to God, what took the rotary phone out was the chargeable phones. That's what took the rotary phones out.
The cordless phones.
Yeah, the cordless
Yeah,
phones.
with the bases.
And you actually had a pager on those, so if you left them off, you could
You
actually
could find,
find
it.
them.
Yeah, I do
had-
remember that,
yeah,
too.
We had those when I was a kid.
Then our generation was three-way calling.
yeah.
Had to have been.
Or Star 69.
Star
or
69.
Star
Well, we
67.
did the Star 69 too, and you could also
But you couldn't do it until like cordless phones came out, which that was
Correct.
our generation.
correct. No, we had cordless phones.
Did you?
Yes.
I didn't think you did. I thought you had the cord ones
We
up
did
through the
but,
90s.
maybe it was. In
I
the
remember
90s.
the 90s. We had phones
But we
with
thought they
cords
were
on
in
them.
our generation. But anyway, so yeah, that's when everything started really changing
Yeah.
drastically. Was with the voice message
The answering machines.
answering machines.
Now, were they like 8 tracks or were they still tapes?
They were
or-
little
They were
tapes.
tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini
I remember
ones.
the little mini tapes, but I know, oddly enough, they made, if I remember correctly, they made one that was like, had when the 8 tracks were starting to come out in like car
really?
stereos and house stereos. They made one that could actually imprint on like that data strip for that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never seen that.
It
but-
never went anywhere, but
Because the 8-track went out as fast as it came in, pretty
basically,
much.
yeah.
I remember that when the first movie cameras came out,
The video camera.
they had them back. I'm sure when you.
Oh yeah, huge things. Put on your
grandparents,
shoulder. And,
Then they
yeah.
came out with the new ones. Then they came out with the small new ones
Yep.
that you could put in a VHS tape, but your tape was only this big,
Yep.
and that's what we had.
The little micro
yeah,
VHS.
I
Yep.
had one like that. Yeah.
Yep. We still do in the closet somewhere.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. You've kept it
Ooh,
all these
that
years.
thing is so old.
I wonder if it still works. We'll have to dig it out at some point. In
We
time.
will.
Yeah.
Because that's from where I lived in Australia.
Oh.
Should be
yeah.
most of that footage.
Well, I need to try and see.
And
if
the
I can-
man-child.
I need to see if I can try and get that up and running, and we can convert that footage to digital.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh,
That'd be
no.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So there was a lot of interesting things that happened during that time. The microwaves came out, but they were really big and bulky.
Yeah. Yeah.
The toaster ovens were right after that, too, weren't they? Or had you already had toaster ovens?
We had toaster ovens.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We never had one. We had a toaster and
Yeah,
a
we had a
microwave.
toaster. We didn't have a toaster.
But we never had a
oven, yeah.
toaster oven, so I wasn't honestly sure.
I can remember the microwaves that would give you radiation sickness, essentially.
Oh, I
Yes.
do remember
like
that, too.
you turn the dial and it's like a big winding a clock and like all
Mhm.
this other shit. They were huge.
Well, then they came out. I remember this so plain when they came out with microwave popcorn
hmm
because we all had those airless or those air popcorns.
Mhm.
Oh
machines.
yeah.
It was such a big thrill to have a bag that you could put in that would do your popcorn. That was awesome.
Didn't have to break out all the other bullshit.
Of course, I don't know how many microwaves caught on fire because you were pretty dumb with them.
Yeah.
You
I
left
caught one on fire, remember?
right.
I did. I didn't know.
Oh Lord. I don't think I've ever heard this.
Oh,
story.
yeah, yeah.
Flung the door right off.
I also caught the carpet in the kitchen on fire. First of all, who's the nasty ass that had carpet in their kitchen?
Everybody did though back then.
Not everybody. That's still a bad decision.
A lot of-
Decisions were still made.
yeah,
They
decisions
were not
made.
great either. So I don't know where they were, but I remember putting an egg in a frying pan, a skillet for in the microwave for 5 minutes.
A fucking skillet.
Yeah.
Fucking skillet, and it went bing, 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 and then it went whoosh, and then the door flew off.
So it exploded.
Yeah.
You blew up a microwave. Not
Yeah.
just catch it on fire. You blew it
Yeah,
up.
I blew it up, and then we had a big gas stove.
hmm
And I was walking by, and I had my dinner plate, and I had a napkin in my hand, and it caught on fire. And she just had that carpet put in. I'll never forget. And we were having biscotti. And it just slid off my plate. And I'm telling you what, I got the shit whooped out of me. For that.
But I feel like that's the universe saying you shouldn't put carpet in the kitchen. I really
Ooh,
do.
shots fired.
I agree 100%. I
Yeah.
truly do agree 100% with you. There wasn't carpet in the dining room though.
No, but there was in the kitchen.
That's house-
Yeah, that's
And there was
interesting.
also carpet in the bathroom.
Oh.
In all of them.
Oh.
How disgusting is that now? Oof.
Speaking of moments, somebody, we're going to leave her nameless. We're going to call her Mrs. G.
Okay.
Called me and she goes, "Oh my God, I had to call you and tell you about something that just happened." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "It made me think of you, when you don't realize what's going to come out of your mouth next." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And then you make yourself laugh. She goes, "Oh yeah. Me and my significant other had just had some intimate times." And
Little sexy time.
yeah,
Yeah.
business time.
Business
And
time.
I guess his hands went wandering and she goes, "Yeah, that's what $100 Brazilian gets you." And he goes, "Oh, well, no, thank you." And she goes, "Oh, you don't want to go down and play with the kids?" And I go,
Oh.
I go, "I'm proud of you. I'm impressed, but I'm a little grossed out."
No.
She said she laughed for 10 minutes.
No.
He finally said, "That was funny, but you can calm down now." I
You
said,
can-
"Let
you
her
can stop
laugh
now.
as long as she wants to."
You can stop now.
Yeah.
That's no.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
I thought I'd share. And then she goes, I go, "Oh, coincidental enough, I'm actually getting ready to do my podcast." She goes, "Oh, shit."
Yep.
Yep.
It's going on
happening. It's happening.
It's happening. Does she listen?
Oh, yeah, every week.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Awkward pause.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah, she's like, oof, no. Hard pass.
Oof.
Oof.
When something makes me feel awkward, it's pretty bad.
No, you get awkward all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of do.
You're worse than me.
Usually I'll just walk away when I'm awkward. I don't stay around.
Your go-to is, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Oof.
Maybe.
Tough life lessons are being learned here, folks.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I can't right now.
Mom down. Mom down.
Dang, she can't even talk.
Yeah, she got nothing.
I got
just-
nothing right
yeah.
now.
I
I ain't got
I have
anything
ne-
interesting to say.
have never seen her be rendered speechless.
I
Until
know.
no,
this
it
very
doesn't.
moment.
It doesn't usually happen.
No, I
And
didn't
this
know
wasn't
anything.
even that aggressive either. Like
No.
this was light treatment.
I know, and she just doop.
Yeah. She clammed up.
She did clam.
She clammed up.
Yeah, she did.
I got
Ooh,
nothing.
It escalated real quick, and I don't even know what happened.
Your dad did ask me the other day when I was going to retire, and I looked at him. I'm like, I'm not. I'm going to die at my desk. And
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
he's like, oh God, why would you say that? And I'm like, why would I retire? I have a great job. And he's like, oh, well, I don't have one of those.
Right.
Just started laughing.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's a very, very different lifestyle. I mean, he's been turning wrenches for God.
Yeah.
How long?
40 years, 40
You think
plus
that
years.
long?
Oh, yeah. He started
Oh,
when he was
wow.
16.
oh wow. So
Yeah.
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 So,
He-
yeah,
Yeah.
40 plus years he's been turning wrenches. That's
a long time.
hard on the body.
that's a lot on the body, and
Yeah.
he's very tall too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I left the restaurant business, 10 years ago, something like
12,
Yeah.
12, I
I
think.
couldn't do it anymore. I'm pretty sure I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a toll. Like especially if you get out of practice with things like that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's me.
I used to do commercial landscaping and hardscaping and stuff like that.
Right.
No, my body's never going to do that again on a professional level.
That's me. Like, I mean, when I work on day shift and then I go to night shift and then I go back to day shift, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I got to push it a little bit harder.
Oh
today.
man, I'm hurting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% get that.
Yeah. So, and you have a good quality of life when it comes to your job. Obviously it's nice because you work at home.
I actually love my job.
Yeah,
I
and
mean-
I know there's stresses and things like that.
But that's
just
with every job.
job.
Honestly.
But yeah,
Right. And when you get along with your boss, I mean, I really like my boss. So in general, I like my job.
right.
I really like my boss too, which by the way, my new one is now currently listening to the podcast. So,
Oh, well, hello.
hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't with her.
Well, you got to say hello. You got to be correct and
okay.
nice and kind.
Well, anyway, I just thought I'd share with that.
I was telling Alyssa I'm on a new thing on Facebook. I went to a different Frenchie group, and it's no better. It's a little better, but not
Oh
a
my
whole lot
God.
better.
Yeah, what the hell is the deal with the Frenchie groups?
They're not nice.
Okay, let me preface this entire thing with my mom likes to get in arguments with people on Frenchie groups. Go ahead.
No, I don't. But when they're not nice, and they tell this one woman she shouldn't have a Frenchie unless she has $15,000 saved, they're just not nice about it. So,
But why do you care?
because she sounded like she was crying as she was typing, I could just see her in my mind.
You could visualize.
Yes.
the
She's
tears.
made up this entire situation that's not even happening.
Yes, because she had just lost her job like 2 days after she got this Frenchie, and now this Frenchie female was not well. And somebody was like, you just need to give her away. So
Give her away. Hell, Frenchies are expensive as hell. Sell that son of a bitch and pay your
Yeah.
bills.
so that somebody can take care of her. And I'm like, oh, no.
What the
Don't
hell?
talk to her that way.
This is what you get to look forward to when you hit mom's age.
So how many comments threads did you have? Like, how many times did you have to tell somebody to basically fuck off?
A couple.
A couple?
Yeah.
Like 20 a couple or 100 a couple?
I was in there a little more than 20, less than 100. I was
Okay.
like, just leave this bitch alone. Shut up.
Oh, okay. I like it. She is the Facebook patrol.
Yes, it's my job. You should not talk rude to people that you do not know.
Yep. Were they typing in caps too?
Yes, a couple
Oh
of
yeah,
them did.
so they were yelling at
Mom
them.
said they're shouty caps.
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't right.
Like, fuck you and your Frenchie.
Oh my God.
And then I had to get on one, and I'm very, very disappointed in myself because usually I don't do this, but I will tell you. And I was like, I'm done with this. Somebody was on a thread
This is
that
stressful.
I
This is
was
stressful.
on about, oh my God, Taylor Swift and her boyfriend. What's his name?
Travis Kelce.
That he was using her, and I'm like, oh, I can't let that fly by me. And I was
Oh
like,
my God, Mom.
I was like, do you have any idea who he is?
Yeah.
She's become that person.
Dang.
I have. And I'm like, he is, I went to list, and this woman typed right back, shut your whore mouth. And that
Ooh.
did it. That did
Ooh.
it.
Them's fighting words on the book of the face.
She's like, I know all about football. And I was like, you do not, bitch.
Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just as shocked as everybody
You know
else
what,
right
you know
now.
what's great? You could sit like any legitimate professional sports analyst right here at this table, and Mom would demolish them when it comes to sports, when it comes to football.
When it comes to football,
Yeah.
yes.
Mom would absolutely just demolish them. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
So
I don't know what's happening.
I'm staying off the Frenchie thing because I'm afraid I'm going to get kicked off Facebook. If I
Off the
don't.
football? I'm going to get kicked off the football.
But when it comes to football, I know my shit. Frenchies, I probably don't know as much as I should.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I mean, Max survived so far.
Oh, bless his heart.
Eating dirt and
Yeah.
rocks
I think that's just made him stronger.
and tennis fuss.
Yeah, I think that's just truly made him stronger.
But it's given him a lot of personality, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I wake up and he looks like Santa Claus with green foam around his mouth, yeah.
Don't you mean the Grinch?
Actually, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, he
You're
looks more like the
absolutely
Grinch,
right.
especially with the nose.
Max.
And, yeah.
He looks like Max a little bit.
If only we could find him a small bones.
Oh my God, a little horn. Oh
I got
my
you.
God.
I'll find one. I'll find one.
Bless
He
his
really
heart.
does look like Max a little bit, though. Like,
little.
real derpy, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little special.
He's sweet, though. They all are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Until they,
Aren't.
Yeah.
Which ain't that the truth, folks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, Lila's big enough. She's as tall as you are when she stands up on her hind legs.
Uh-huh.
And that's quite often now when we come in the door.
Yeah. She doesn't do that to me for some reason.
Oh, imagine why. You're her.
You're her person.
You're her person. I mean, she loves you.
Well, yeah, but
Well, yeah, but
a little bit of discipline goes a long
Well,
way too.
I can't snap my fingers like you do.
You just smack her on the nose.
No, I can't do that.
Oh my God.
can't do that.
Oh my God. But you'll go after Mac with the fly swatter.
Yeah, but
No, I just have to show it
yeah,
to
it's
you.
just the
I know it's-
symbolization of it.
Yeah, it's a symbolization of it.
Yes,
It's a visual.
we knew what it meant.
It's a visual.
Same thing.
Same seas.
But I've got it to where
Somatics.
now Harley sees it and she'll come right now.
Oh yeah.
She'll leave the fence alone. So
Yeah.
it's all.
We've never even had to hit him with it.
No,
Oh my
God,
God,
no.
Brenda.
I gotta leave
Get
that.
your hands off my microphone.
I'm so sorry.
This escalated really quick. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And usually
Sorry.
And there it is, folks. Whoop, there it is.
Yep, and we've circled back.
Yep, and we're done.
But no, like Harley is a psychotic pain in the ass dog. I mean, with that, we put in a new fence along the back of the property.
Oh my God.
My God, she has ripped like 3 or 4
Planks.
apart at the bottom.
Oh, I
to the point
know.
where she can stick her full fucking head
Face.
through them. Yeah.
And then we bolted more like 2x4s onto that.
Yeah, to the
And
bottom.
she's still ripped it off.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Mhm.
nuts.
Yeah.
She's nuts.
She's fucking possessed.
She is possessed. I really think she is.
Yeah. She's sweet one minute, and then the next minute she's like, ah, 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 you know.
I think she is possessed. That's probably what's in this house. It's the other ghost of Harley.
Yeah. Very possible. It might be a baby girl coming back.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Never thought of that one, did you?
I
Actually-
really hope not.
No, I hadn't.
No, I don't think it's her. She was
She-
never the fence girl.
Baby
Yeah.
girl would be sweet. She'd be
Yeah.
rolling all over the floors everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, she wasn't the I'm gonna go attack the fence and
Mm-mm.
kill everything, you know.
Well,
Okay, there was that one time.
one time.
We're not gonna go
Too
there.
soon, too soon.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
yeah,
Oh, my gosh. I
Yeah.
can't with you guys.
too soon. Anyways, moving along. I know you got other things you want to talk about.
I don't know. I really don't know. That's all I had. I thought Brenda would be more long-winded tonight.
I have been quite a bit, actually.
Not at first.
Not as usual.
Yeah.
Not as much as usual. But that's okay.
Mm.
How many drinks did you have before coming on?
I didn't have any.
I'm proud of you.
I did not.
I'm proud of you.
That's
Well,
what's
thank
wrong
you.
with her.
Have you not noticed here lately? I haven't drank a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably the antipsychotics.
It might be. I don't know. For some reason, it gives me a headache now every time I drink.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking old.
No, that's probably your migraine medicine.
Yeah, telling you,
Don't
drink.
do it.
Yeah.
If I was a betting gal, that's what I would bet.
You
Just
are
saying.
a betting gal.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah.
play some poker.
What I think we should do is buy a lottery ticket. I never buy them.
You
it's
feel it in
people
your
like,
bones.
It's people like us that should win because we don't play the game.
But at the same time, we're also not poor and we're not extremely wealthy. So it's like typically the people that win are, haha, they're wealthy and they already fucking win again, or they're extremely poor and, struggling. And then-
Very rarely is it a middle class
Right.
person, really.
that I've really ever noticed.
Well, same.
Now you might get the old timer, an old guy that's like
Right.
semi-retired, in his late 50s, early 60s,
Mhm.
kind of middle class, but it's typically that, poor kind of person or family because they're the ones that are like playing every single day to try and
Yeah.
Get
try
out.
and win.
To win.
Right. I would
Yeah.
be the type though. I would try to pay it forward. I'd give a lot of my stuff away to.
Okay, so that's a good question. $100 million.
hmm
$100 million. What would you do with $100 million?
Well, I know I donate a lot to. What's that hospital for kids that have cancer?
Riley.
Riley.
St. Jude.
St. Jude's.
Yeah.
Because they don't charge the parents, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, they
Neither
do.
does Riley.
Yeah.
And Riley
hmm
and Peyton Manning's hospital. That's what I would do with a lot of mine. And then I think another good program is No Kid Go Hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that for kids
Yeah.
and for abusive women, for abused women. I
Gotcha.
would try to do that because I think everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I would
So-
agree with that.
So that's what I would try to do.
Sometimes that's all life is a bunch of second chances. But hey,
Yes.
it worked out,
Exactly.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
If
Left me for a packet of Virginia Slim Light 120s and 12 years later came right on back.
I mean, it wasn't easy
No.
what we went through.
No,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you have to realize that I understand that you were doing the best that you could with what you had at the time. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Like, I've moved past that and I've realized that a long time ago. And I think that happens when you have your own children
Yeah.
and you go through things like I went through postpartum really bad with the man child.
Yeah.
But I was also 21. That was not something that we talked about. That was not something that was even open
Exactly.
back then, especially. It really wasn't. Like, that was a whole nother world back then. And now it's crazy to me how many women are like, yeah, I've had postpartum depression. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember having all that, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And then, you know, going through what I went through with him being so sick all the time, like, I understand what happened. And I'm glad that it happened because it gave us the chance to be as close as we are now.
Well, what I think a lot of people don't realize, too, is you and I just didn't get back together after a month of talking.
No.
It was 8 years of speaking to each other. Almost.
It was 3 years before I started calling her mom again.
Yeah.
Like, and that wasn't to be hurtful or spiteful. That's just what
It
I was
just
comfortable with.
building
Yeah.
the trust and building
And
that
it
relationship.
took a
back,
long
yeah.
time. And so when people are like, what? Your mom now lives with you? I'm like, yeah, she's my best friend. But don't get me wrong, it took a lot to get here. And I'm glad and proud of us both for the work that we've put in to our relationship. And I'm proud of her and you for putting the work that you guys do for your relationship. Because, without that, this wouldn't work.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of people are very curious. Why does this work? And when people ask me, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't.
It just does.
I'm like, but they're both my kids.
Right.
They are both my kids.
Well, and when I tell people, like new people that I work with, I'm like, I don't know what I would do without my mom. Like when I was working all those hours during the height of COVID, like
Yep.
she was doing my laundry, she was packing my dinner, like she made sure I had lunch, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I could have, and I still can't make it without her. And I tell people all the time, like, it's just the way it is, like at our house. That's our normal.
Yeah, it's a village. I mean, we help one another and
Mhm.
help take care of one another. And I mean,
Well, somebody asked me, they're like, what if one of them comes to you with their problems? And I'm like, I don't take a side. I just listen.
No, but if you feel very strongly one way or the other, you tell us both how you
Right.
feel. Like it's
Yeah.
I
not
have
like
done that.
you feel like you have to pick my side because I am biologically your child, or you have to pick Jason's side because, he's my husband and you don't want to offend him. Like you're very open and honest with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's the key, honestly, that we can be open and honest with each other,
yeah.
or this
yeah.
would never work.
Yeah, the level of communication that we all have, and how straightforward and honestly blunt sometimes we can be with one another,
Yeah.
is what keeps things going in a positive way.
And
I
disagree.
agree.
Yeah,
Well, and Jason and I liked some of the same movies, which is really weird because
Yeah.
of the shows me and him watch that
Yeah.
when you're
yeah,
not around.
yeah. It's like interesting because like on nights when you'll work nights, like me and mom can hang out and we can watch like a movie or something
Yeah.
like that, and it's something we both enjoy.
Well, you guys watch a lot of the same. Like she likes the sci-fi stuff that you
Yeah.
guys like, and I don't necessarily care for it.
Right,
Like I'll sit through it, but it's not really my thing.
right.
But then it's so funny because then mom and I could sit and we can binge on murder shows all day.
Yeah.
Or
Like
Real
true crime,
Housewives
yeah.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Don't
so
judge us.
It's so weird. It really is. And then I think too, the three of us went through a lot with,
Mm-hmm.
and then with Tim,
Yeah,
and that just.
yeah,
So it's interesting. It's very interesting how the family, it just evolved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I can't imagine you guys not being in my life. I just can't.
Right. Yeah. It's just the
It's
normal.
became
Yeah.
our normal. Yeah,
And like I said, I know people don't understand it. And it's like,
that's okay. They don't have to.
Yeah.
pretty much it's like, it's a shame for you because it's amazing.
I'm like, look, folks, I'm living the dream. My mom helps me cook. She goes to the grocery store with my husband every Sunday. Like, I'm living the dream here.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Well, me and Jason have a system too. We can get,
Boy, don't
Yeah.
I know.
30 minutes in and out. Boom, boom,
I'm
boom.
not allowed to go.
Nope. Nope. And the funny thing is, like, when you do go, I'm like, honey, come on. Honey, come on. We don't need that. Honey, come on.
I know.
It's like walking around with a toddler, like, put that down. Put it down.
I know. I can't help it.
No, you do not need a Matchbox car. Put it down.
You hear how he talks to me? I get what I want when I want.
That is true.
that is true.
I
That
do
is
what I
true.
want
You
to.
can do whatever the hell you want whenever you want.
I'm like a hot mess, but with confetti and like pizza.
Yeah. And Matchbox cars.
Yeah.
And groceries and purses.
Who knows what
and-
else?
Like, it's just boo.
A boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, it's all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah. I do think we're very lucky that we do have this in our lives. And
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
Well, that's good because this is almost all the family I got anymore.
Me too, sis. Me too.
I did tell Lacey, I said, just a heads up, if something ever happens to my mom and Jason, I need you to warn your kids that this is going to be now a Grey Garden situation, that I'm living with you.
Well, you would just have them move here into the big house.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying her daughter's going to have to take care of her and me both. Like, just so you know, this is what's happening. And she was like, okay, I've already warned my child.
Yeah. Pull a little death becomes her.
Yeah, that's what's happening here.
Bless her heart.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. It ain't great.
Oh, my God. Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about that for a long
time.
Yeah, no dirt naps here, folks.
No.
I am proud of both of you guys doing this podcast. I know it's not always easy. I know you guys wished it'd grow exponentially faster, but as long as you guys put the work in and don't say, okay, I'm done. I think you're going to be surprised at where this can go.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean,
I would agree because, I mean, like we've kind of taken a more like, let's have fun. Let's make this like our thing, your thing. Like let's get ourselves out there and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it started to kind of carry some momentum, and now we're 20 episodes deep. Like I was reading something somewhere, and I told you about this a while back, that like 99% of people that do a podcast never make it past their first episode.
and I can see why.
And basically 0.5% barely make it to their 20th episode, and less than 0.5% make it past 20 episodes.
And I don't think I've ever done anything like extracurricular like this in my life.
Mm-hmm.
This amount of time, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is one of the very few things that I really like. Oh, hey, that sounds like fun too. I'm gonna do it. It's happening too. It is happening, and it still is, and we're still showing up, and we're still doing it. So in that aspect, I'm super duper proud
Yeah.
of not just you, but us as a whole, and us as a whole household,
Mhm.
Yeah.
really, because it takes us all.
Yeah. I mean, it takes us all to be able to put the production together and talk about things and, manage the household when we're busy recording. And, so we all just have like different things that we do, different parts
Right.
to play, which works. So it's been nice.
And we appreciate everybody who's followed on the journey with us.
Yes.
Um,
Whether you're starting now or all
Or-
the way from the beginning.
yeah, wherever you came from, I
Yeah.
don't really care. I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah, Tom,
Oh.
who I never hear from, but that's okay. You dropped me like a hot potato.
Oh, she said potato properly.
Oh, we're so proud.
Thomas, it has been laid out. It's been laid. Your boo is very unhappy.
She's
with
hit the gong.
Yeah, it's time, my friend.
It's
time.
happening.
So it's going to be interesting when he comes down to record and be a special guest. We might have to get all four of us in here and hash some things out.
Oh, that might be fun. We'll do couples therapy.
Yes, with your boo thing.
No, I don't think so. I think I've moved on now.
We're gonna do
Oh.
confessionals,
Confessionals.
like on VH1 or MTV or whatever.
Yeah, Confessions of the Elder Diary.
Yes.
There we go.
Of the Elders, Confession of the Elders.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. It's going to be narrated by Maggie Smith. You're welcome, everybody.
I love her.
I do too.
Oh my God.
I do too.
So, well, it looks like time's up for this episode. Are we excited? 20th episode?
Yes,
Absolutely.
20th in the books. Here comes 21.
That's
What,
right.
what?
Video going up.
Eek. With me looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Whatever.
No, he really went above and beyond and fixed everything for me.
He did.
So.
He did.
He got me a new table for our 20th episode.
That's right.
So, but anyway, guys, thanks for coming back again and hanging out with us and just spending another week with us. And again, like it's your first or your 20th episode, whichever, we don't care. We're glad you're here.
Yep, very much so.
On that note, we're going to say bye.
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 We out.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Make sure to share and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Adventures of E. and on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@Adventures of E. See you next time.